Welcome back to News Talk Television. I'm Lisa Evers. We're talking about herbal ecstasy. Let's check in with Melinda Murphy, our information specialist. Melinda?
Lisa, according to the Business Wire, which was out in March, this is a huge new market as far as for nutritional and herbal supplements. They now say it's about $5.1 billion in 1995 was spent on vitamins, on herbal supplements. They expect it to exceed $6.7 billion by the year 2000, and that's up 32%, and that's according to a Gallup survey done this year. Now, something else to talk about is that the American Academy of Neurology has issued a statement saying that emergency room doctors should be aware of what's going on, what the symptoms are. They have said that the FDA has had voluntary reports of more than 660 adverse effects related to these food supplements in 1993 alone, and that there are several different categories of how it can affect you, from stroke, seizure, to psychosis, to chest pain, to something even lesser, which would be like anxiety or hyperactivity, insomnia. So there is a variety of ways that it can affect you. I mean, it's not just, not everybody is going to have a stroke because they're taking this medication.
Okay, let's go to Marcus from Oklahoma. Marcus, thanks for calling News Talk Television. What's your question or comment?
My comment is I've taken Herbal Ecstacy for the past probably 5 years as a, basically as a drug, prescription drug, you know what I'm saying? It has no effects on me. I have heart disease. That's a known fact. I have asthma.
Marcus, you take it for asthma?
Yes.
And
it gives me energy. I put it like that. It is an energy. It helps me have energy. It is not like speed. It's not like methamphetamines. It's not like marijuana. It is just basically like taking aspirin. You know what I'm saying? It's basically like if you're tired, take one of these and, you know what I'm saying, you have energy to do something for maybe the rest of the day, but it doesn't make you, so they Superman. It's not like that, you know. And my doctor, I've asked, and he has said there's nothing at all wrong with this product.
Okay, Marcus, thank you very much for the call. Dr. Tron, what about that?
Well, you know, I think that these substances are basically safe if used appropriately. That is certainly true. I don't know exactly what the dosage is in here. I'd be interested to see that. I know that according to my knowledge, the strongest form of Ma Wong available to me as a professional is 6% at 200 milligrams. That's 12 milligrams of ephedrine, and a Sudafed has 30 milligrams. So I think if this is used appropriately, that it's probably not a problem. I don't recommend people drink more than 2 cups of coffee or have more than a few cigarettes or a couple glasses of wine or something like that. Things should be used appropriately. I do, however, have a little problem here. I'm looking at the ingredients. I see there's the last ingredient listed as Ru Gui, which is listed as a rare form of Chinese nutmeg. That's not the Chinese name that I know of for nutmeg, and so I can't tell even from their labeling what is in this.
Constantine, what is that last ingredient?
The last ingredient is as it reads. I can't believe that the doctor would, as before he went on a commercial break, would say that this drug is unsafe and then actually suggest that people will even drink 2 cups of coffee or smoke 2 cigarettes, when the cigarettes have strictly and clearly labeled on them Surgeon General's warning, and then all the deaths associated and the cancer associated with smoking cigarettes. I can't believe one bit that anybody who calls himself a doctor would allow him to prescribe anything.
My point is that in our society, there's all kinds of drugs, and things can be used appropriately, and things can be overdone. That's true with caffeine, tobacco, alcohol. All are acceptable. You're speaking of the least common denominator for the consumer, so that's what I'm talking about. I'm not recommending it, okay? You're talking about least common denominator. This is not something that's particularly promoting health, in my opinion. I don't think it's particularly harmful if it's used appropriately.
I'd like to, your point is moderation.
I'd like to comment on one of the things Constantine had mentioned regarding the fact that this is all natural. This is a common problem that a lot of people think that anything that is all natural is perfectly fine. Now, I'm not saying that an all-natural product is necessarily bad, and I'm not necessarily saying that this product is bad, but there are natural products that are certainly bad. So just to be able to say
people need to be aware of that. And on that note, I wish we had more time for this, unfortunately.
Ru Gui is Chinese cinnamon. I don't know from looking at this if he's got cinnamon or nutmeg.
I'd like to thank all of you for being with us today. We appreciate it. Coming up next, you listen to Talk Radio. This week, over a dozen talk radio hosts and media experts met in Washington to discuss the role of talk radio during this year's presidential race. Stay tuned for more on News Talk Television. I'd like to welcome our viewers on TCI Cable in Lexington, Kentucky. Thanks for watching us. On behalf of Melinda Murphy, our entire News Talk Television crew, I'm Lisa Evers. Remember, use your mind. It's your best weapon. Peace.